first, mask or madness? You once filmed a scene with fake blood, then went straight to dinner covered in it because you didn't want to lose the mood. Mask or madness?
Madness. But I have shot a film where I did have a lot of blood on me, and it was shot in Iceland. And there was quite a few days because the food was not coming. We were living in tents where I just fell asleep in my parka coat and woke up the next day with the same blood on me, and we shot the scene again. So that can happen, but that one was madness.
Walton Goggins told us.
Oh, we forgot, Magician, we did forget one thing. Torremolinos, 72. So I do have a connection to the Spanish language, at least not in Mexico. But that was such an insane, talking about like staying in the character. I was wearing Speedos and a death cape, and I had blonde hair and played this porn star. And we were shooting a scene, and I was with a friend of mine here. And all of a sudden, far away, I saw the entire crew just getting into cars and leaving us. And we had no phones, we had no money, we didn't know the hotel.
But you had a Speedo.
And we were just standing there. I've been Speedos, like, what are we gonna do now? So we went into restaurants and asked if we can use a phone. It's like fucking insane. So yeah, so that was me staying in character a little too long, I guess. Yeah.
That's an amazing story. That's an amazing story.
Maz, you've done your own stunts, including sword fights and full body falls in some of your projects. Maz or madness?
Mad, yes, I do all my own stuff. So, Tom Cruise, watch out. I do them all. I mean, there are very few things I'm not allowed to. Some things with cars, it's just insurance things, but I have done some crazy stuff with cars as well. I love doing it, and as long as I can do it, I will do it. But I also regret it the older I get, because you just hurt yourself constantly, and if you have to do the scene 20 times, I mean, you just have that, right? But I think it's part of, if you do an action film, it's part of the fun of being in there.
That's amazing. So this is really important for me, right?
What?
The question is,
later we're going to have a dynamic that maybe you guys are gonna like it. Let's keep going so we won't have time.
so my question is, well, the maths or madness? You once lost a role because you were deemed too handsome.
I lost what, sorry?
A role because you were deemed too handsome.
Maybe that
To
happened
play
and
it.
he doesn't even know.
Maybe I don't know about that. Maybe that did happen. I think it's madness. I do know that I did a film called Shake It All About.
They know all of it.
About this gay couple. It's a comedy. And they couldn't sell it to Japan because I was too ugly. So it can go both ways, I guess.
Okay, that's not accurate at all. But let's keep going. You used to moonwalk in breakdance competitions in Copenhagen.
I never did the moonwalk because I never figured out how it worked. But I have danced a lot, obviously, because I was a dancer, so I had to do things. The moonwalk, you know, when there's somebody out there who's so good at it, and I'm talking, of course, I'm talking Michael Jackson, but also James Brown.
You're a great dancer!
And when you have somebody you can never beat, there's no reason to touch it. Right? Just leave it. Oh, yeah, you want to see it now, it ain't happening.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, next time, Matt, we'll be here in Mexico doing the moonwalk with you guys.
All right.
There.
Maybe.
Now this is a quote. I just need the answer. We don't get to choose what breaks us.
We don't get to
or
choose
math?
what breaks us.
We don't get to choose.
I don't know why you guys are picking it us. I can't remember. I said a lot of things in my life, but I can't remember that one, so it's madness.
Do you want to give it a try?
I mean,
It exists.
we don't get to choose what breaks us.
Yeah.
I think there's a certain truth in that, if that's what you're asking me. I think it's a smart quote, so I wish I came up with it.
You said it, yes?
It's
I
a
did.
quote from one of your characters. Do you guys know?
That's Hannibal then. That's gotta be Hannibal.
No, do you guys know? Which movie?
Is it not Hannibal?
No.
It's another
It's
round.
another round.
Do I say it in another round?
Yes, you do.
I gotta watch that film.
Okay, there's another fact, okay? It's not a quote, obviously. You wore the bloody eye prosthetic from Casino Royale to a Halloween party?
Wow! Yeah!
Madness.
Maybe.
I'm disappointing everyone here. No, I did not. No, I didn't. There's nothing to add.
Okay. Maybe another fact.
Just like the eye. Have you ever tortured a secret agent by hitting him with a ball of rope in his private parts?
Personally or as a character? Yeah, of course, that's mad. That's me. I did that. Yeah. He wasn't that secret, right? James Bond, everybody knows him. So, well, I think he deserved it. He took 150 million from me, so, yeah.
Did Daniel do his own stunts? Did you actually have to aim?
Yeah. So what happened actually on the day, we were looking forward to the scene because it was a great scene. So there was a little fake piece of wood underneath the chair, but in one of the takes, I hit so hard that I broke it, and he didn't say anything, so I got him twice, clean. And I think it's in the film, but there's one time where he actually screams in a different manner. It's like, yeah. So, but yeah, Daniel deserved it as well.
So this is also a quote. Your silence is your answer.
That's gotta be Hannibal, right?
Yeah!
That's math. I've said that for sure.
It's not.
Oh. All right, see you guys. Sorry about that.
No jokes. A royal affair.
Wow. Did I say that? It's because it's in English, right? And I said it in Danish. That's my excuse.
You have to rewatch your movies and also series.
Yeah, I don't tend to watch stuff. I watch it when it comes out, and then I leave it behind, and then maybe it pops up on television. I see some of it, but it's a different thing when you watch yourself 20 years ago. It's just like there's some nostalgia to it, and I kind of like living in the moment. But I might have one weekend where I'll watch everything. You know.
Well, that was a lot of fun. Yes. But now let's shift gears.
We're shifting gears.
Yes, we've had our laughs, but I think it's time we dig deeper into your career and what's behind it.
See?
Into the mystery of your work. Is that okay?
Yes, let's go. Vamos.
Perfect. Matt, your journey in this industry has been one of constant evolution. You've gone from breakthrough roles to iconic characters, yet we rarely talk about the obstacles that you had to go through to get where you are now. And I think we could start there.
Yeah.
I mean, we were talking about the deep stuff also, so we wanted to know, we as hosts and obviously the public, what were the biggest hurdles that you have to face that you didn't expect to face in the beginning of your career?
I've never really looked at things like hurdles, right? I've kind of spent much of my life in the present. Don't think so much about the past, and I don't dream too much about the future. That doesn't mean I haven't been ambitious or anything, but it's just, I like the moment. If you focus on this situation, it will become something, and that will define what the future will be, right? So, but if there were any obstacles, I still am, but I have the capacity to change it today. In the very early beginning of my career, I spoke a really fast Danish, working class Danish, and it was when I met colleagues that was just a little older than me, they would just look at me with a blank stare. They had no idea what I was saying. Right. So I was super fast, and I was a lot of slang, and I had to step back a little because it was good for a character like Tony and Pusher. It was not necessarily good for other characters, and that I had to work with that a little. And I think I actually working abroad helped me a lot because it's not my own language. I had to speed it down a little and do it in a different manner. So that kind of colored my Danish as well. But that was an obstacle, and because I felt when I changed it that it wasn't authentic anymore. But I had to find an authentic version of me that could also speak in a different speed.
Like a middle ground where you wouldn't lose that great accent that you have. So iconic.
Yeah.
Well, and speaking of iconics and roles, and what do you think is more important? The number of roles, having a lot of roles over and over changing, or having few roles but they are very, very special or important? Otherwise, quantity over quality.
No, of course, obviously quality always, right? But you cannot always control if the quality becomes what you hope it will. It's not always in your hands. You can try to make some good decisions by being able to read a story and also read a director, whether you can work with him or her or not. But you have to make mistakes in your career, and by doing many things, you will learn a lot as well. But I enjoy not working too much, but be able to focus 100% on one thing.